As we come on the air tonight, new video shows a procession carrying the bodies of Speaker Emerita Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark. The procession began at the medical examiner's office in Minnetonka, and in the last half hour, their bodies arrived at the Washburn-McCreevy Davies Funeral Home in Uptown. Included in that procession, law enforcement, including the State Patrol and fire officials.
Jessica Hart is live outside the funeral home in Minneapolis and leads us off tonight. Jessica, what have you been seeing out there?
Lauren and Julie, the funeral procession arrived here around 4:30 this afternoon. They were escorted by Brooklyn Fire. Now you can see here, we're here by the funeral home. This bus is where family and friends were staying, and the bus wasn't completely full when it arrived. There was only maybe a handful of people in the front few seats of that bus, but as soon as they were able to get this bus up this ramp, they immediately exited the building and entered the funeral home. Now you can see police are kind of blocking it off. They're not letting anyone get any sort of access to this. And this procession wasn't made public before it started. So people in this neighborhood had no idea it was happening until they saw the state troopers, they saw the fire truck. And when they did, they all immediately knew what was happening here. And we saw people even just riding through the street on the bike take a moment and pause to pay their respects to Melissa and Mark Hortman. People who live across the street from the funeral home came outside of their house and just stood in silence as they were escorted inside the funeral home. We caught up with one man who's lived across the street from the funeral home for about two and a half years now, and he told me when he saw the state trooper pull up, he knew he had to come out and pay his respects. Let's take a listen to what he had to say about.
She was an incredibly important public servant. She did a lot for Minnesota. I really appreciate the sacrifices she made in life, and I'm very angry about the fact that she had to give her life for the work that she did for us.
Now they still have the funeral home blocked off. We actually have Brooklyn Fire right behind us blocking off the back entrance here into the funeral home. So we'll keep you updated as soon as we see people leave this property here. Back to you.